Welcome to Tech Topics brought to you by Cybervenger. We help keep small businesses stay protected and compliant with cutting-edge cybersecurity and IT solutions.
Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Andy. I'm the managing consultant for Cybervenger. Today we're doing another deep dive into the 110 controls of the NIST 800-171. This standard applies to any company doing business with the Department of Defense or other federal departments. It's for protecting controlled unclassified information. If you want to find out more about that, we have a video describing exactly what the standard is all about on our channel. Today's control is 3.7.2. Last time we spoke about 3.7.1, the first in the new family of maintenance controls. And here's our next one on the list. If we look down here, it just says that we have to provide controls on the tools, techniques, and mechanisms and personnel used to conduct system maintenance. So basically what that means is it's important to do maintenance, but you also need to provide some kind of security control for the maintenance that's done. So you don't want to just give admin rights to do patching to just anybody. You don't want to make sure that only people who are qualified, who are CY trained, who, have the proper exposure to how to protect CY and that sort of thing are able to do the maintenance. You can't just go out and hire any IT company to do your maintenance for you, and not just any old MSP will do. You got to find someone that's familiar with 800-171 and who is paid and contracted to have staff trained for that standard. So the kind of controls you need to do when you're doing patching is, of course, make sure only admins can use it, but you need to do things like having two-factor authentication on your RMM tool. This is really important too, by the way. If you have any kind of bulk management tool, if you've got GoToAssist, if you've got LabTech, RMM, any RMM tool or Log Me In or Remote PC or anything like that allows remote access, you absolutely have to have two-factor. That's a real rubber meets the road kind of security tip. I've personally run into a client of ours. In fact, we have a video on it. Our client got hacked. Not only did they cancel the antivirus they were buying through us beforehand, but they didn't use our remote tool, and they used another tool instead that didn't require two-factor authentication. The bad guy broke in that way. He once had a remote access to the tool, they wreaked all kinds of havoc. And then the customer called us afterwards, how that goes. But so you want to make sure two-factor authentication is applied to your maintenance tool, because the maintenance tool is designed explicitly to do the kind of things a bad guy would want to do. Obviously meant to be used well, not nefariously, but can be very easily abused. I think there was a number of RMM tools that were breached by ISPs across the country last summer. They would get in as the IT guy, and then they had access to all the customers, and they flooded the customers with ransomware demands. And I think the amount of money was like in the millions. It was a big deal. So you want to protect the controls that you're using to do maintenance, because they're a major vulnerability vector. And this NIST control speaks specifically to that you need to prioritize that as well. Of course, it's other things. It's using good passwords, rotating your passwords. Although actually rotating your passwords is kind of a contention. I've seen NIST, I think, has recently changed their mind. They want you using two-factor everywhere, but they don't really want you changing your password all the time, because the problem with that is you write it down and you stick it under a keyboard and someone can walk by and go, oh, there it is, I see that. It's a debate there. I still like rotation of passwords at least every year. I don't know about every 3 months. I think that's probably excessive, but they changed their mind in the standard, so we're calling that out here. What else does 3.7 say? So this requirement addresses security-related issues with maintenance tools that are not within an organizational system, boundaries, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, pretty much it just says even if you're using a third-party tool, you have to make sure that they are following practices that are NIST compliant as well. Another potential weakness with the tools, if you're remoting, and make sure it's using encryption and AES 256. Well, I think 128 is the actual NIST standard today. It's FIPS compatible is what they say, but NIST 800. AES 128 is good enough for today. I like the future-proof things. AES 256 is out there, pretty common, not a huge difference in performance. Of course, the longer the 120 is how many bits are in the key. 256, same thing. It's double the bits in the key. That gives your processor extra to do during encryption, but it gives the bad guy a lot extra to do when they're trying to break in. So it's a very good standard. Bigger the number, generally, the better, right? With these standards, and AES is no exception to that rule. So that's pretty much what this control talks about. We got a few more in this family to go through. But I think that's it. I'm going to call done on this particular video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. We hope this video has provided valuable information to you. Be sure to share this video with other small business owners to spread the word about the importance of cybersecurity. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want more information about cybersecurity, visit us at www.cybervenger.com.